Here we are, another day, another today's decay. That's right, Louie. It is December 21st, and we're going to celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. Which means he gets a cookie. On this day in 1866, Maud Gonne was born. She was real gone. I promised myself I wasn't going to make that joke. And then I did. What can you do? So, I first found out about her in this book, Women of the Golden Dawn. She was a Irish revolutionary, a suffragette. Oh, delicious, right? Thank you. As are you. And had really great taste in hats. Where is she here? There we go, look at this. Right. Anyway, I definitely suggest this. It's all like pre-Aleister Crowley, very empowered Victorian women deciding to just throw out the rule book and do whatever the hell they feel like. And it's good stuff, and she's one of them. On this day in 1902, Petey Wheatstraw was born, aka William Bunch, one of the Wild Bunch. We're listening to him right now. The High Sheriff of Hell, the Devil's son-in-law himself. Robert Johnson definitely borrowed liberally, I'd say. I mean, the whole, selling your soul at the crossroads thing. I'm not sure who else, came up with the, we're going to connect ourselves with, yes? We're going to connect ourselves with the devil, other than the two of them. But yeah, he's right there with him, if not even before Robert Johnson, and played some really great proto rock and roll. I was watching the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom last night, which is so good, and it got me thinking. It's wrong to lump all this stuff together in as if it's all rock and roll. It's not all rock and roll, because rock and roll's later. So is it all blues? Is it all what's the term to say it's all just that it is all wild rock and roll, but it's almost a slight to make it seem like maybe not the originators, but the ones that preceded rock and roll can't use their name for it, because that's what we should be really harkening it all back to, is that everything comes from a foundation, let's take it back to the source, right? To quote Simon Brand, Anyway, what else? Michael Carreras was born in 1927, one of the main filmmakers, editors, producers, directors of Hammer Films. His father started Hammer Films in maybe the 30s or so, but he continued for decades. I think he eventually took it over solely in the early 70s or so, right before they folded. Well done, Michael. Also, in this day, 1931, the Flip the Frog cartoon Spooks premiered. That's in Ub Iwerk's film. I'm a sucker for old cartoons with Halloween motifs, and this is one of them. On this day, in 1940, the film Victory premiered. That stars Friedrich March, and it is a story written by Joseph Conrad. Here is the novel as a photoplay adaptation of the 1940 version, which is really weird. Friedrich March plays it like a complete crazy person, and it's almost feels like a Twilight Zone, I think. He's just out of his mind on this island by himself. I was introduced to it by the 1919 film by Maurice Tourneur, with Lon Chaney Sr. in a small role, which is a fantastic film. This feels very cheap, and it's hard to get a copy of for some reason, but it's very interesting, and I really enjoyed it, and it really connected with me years ago, because it's a post World War I. We've realized that humanity is a violent, miserable thing, and you get enough people together in a room together, and everybody's just going to fight and kill each other. I guess it's like, kind of like the big takeaway from World War One, or so I felt like that's what this book entails. And so this character just decides to hold up on this desert island by himself, and kind of like either lost his mind before he got there, or certainly in like the isolation has lost his mind. And cue this prostitute showgirl who's having a hard time with some pirates that want her and she's not interested, and he decides he's gonna begrudgingly help her because it's the right thing to do. And it doesn't really go so well after that, maybe a little bit. Anyway, great story, good stuff. I'm not sure there's a bad version, be it the Tornora version or this one here, but this one premiered this day, 1940, just 80 years ago. Yeah. What else? On this day, 1943, Jack Nance was born. He wouldn't have been wrapped in plastic, otherwise he wouldn't have lasted. Although maybe that would have kept him fresh. No, he doesn't like that joke. Don't destroy that pillow. No, no, no. No, no, no. Alright, what else? Oh, on this day, 1966, the film Golden Bat premiered, starring Sonny Chiba. Golden Bat has a long, awesome history. This superhero type character with like a skull for a head, which I guess we all do, right? Yeah, we can all commiserate with that, having a skull for a head. And its basis is in Japanese street theater, where people would like with push carts do these like live puppet shows, but it's not puppets, it's almost like comics, like comic books, but with like sheets of paper that they're like telling the story as it evolves. And Golden Bat or Udon Bat, as it would be in Japanese, was one of these characters. Really terrific. You can't go wrong. We screened the Golden Bat for Phantom Creep Theater a bunch of years ago, and I don't know that anybody knew what they were in store for, and everybody left very happy. Yeah. So that's it. December 21st. All sorts of good stuff. For you, from me, goodbye.